Okay, so the construction is now done, as we saw in the last couple of videos. The last two videos there, we got through the construction of it. And now we're on to the painting. Okay, it offers, well, it gives you the decals for two options, and it gives you sort of colour callouts for two options. We've just got a sort of a plain green, and we've also got the camouflage one version. Okay. No, I'm going to do the camouflage one. Why? Because I think it looks nicer, it really does. That would be so much easier, just paint it all green, stick on the decal, bish bash bosh, job over. But no, I'm going to go for the difficult one. I'm going to go for the camouflage version because I think it looks nicer, it really does. It's sort of 3-colour camo. It gives the callouts on the box. It gives Tamiya callouts. Okay, the callouts are for desert yellow, NATO brown, and NATO green. Okay, so there's going to be the 3 colours. There's only a small bit of brown, very light little bits of brown on it actually. Okay, there is a lot more of the green and the beige on it. But before I get into any of that, okay, before I get into the actual painting of it, I'm going to mask off all the little areas that needed to be masked off. Now, if you remember when I was doing the construction in the last video, I had I got the painting done on the wheels and the tracks, and I covered it over with ordinary masking tape. Now, the masking tape, it kept coming off and causing more problems than anything else. So I went out and I reloaded my my masking tape. Okay, the Tamiya, the 18mm, absolutely fabulous stuff that is. I don't know why I didn't do it earlier, because when I was running out I should have spotted it, but I got it now anyway, and I'm after redoing the masking tape on that, and it looks a whole lot neater. Okay, as you can see, right, it looks just an awful lot neater. It looks pretty again. Now, I'm also masked off, as we can see here. Got the vision blocks, bang, got the vision blocks all masked off, and that screen there in the front of that yoke, whatever that is, so they're all masked off. So my masking is now done. I've got all cleaned off any glue marks that I can get into. Okay, they've all been cleaned off and they've all been sort of sorted. So the next step for this now is to give it its undercoat, and I usually go for the NATO black undercoat. Now, if I was just doing it monochrome and a lightish colour, I'd give it the NATO black and then highlight different panels in white. But because we're going into the camouflage version of it, and it's a modern vehicle where they use modern paints and things, the paints don't fade, so we won't have any of that fading needed. Plus, it's going to be a modern vehicle. They're not out in the field for so long. Yeah, they get very dirty when they're out in the field and things like that, but when they come back to the unit, they're all washed down and kept nice and clean, especially the newer version, the newer ones, you know what I mean. This is a totally modern tank. It's the current Russian main battle tank, and not all units even have it actually. A lot of them still use the T-80 and all that, and the T-90, but the T-14, this is their ultra modern main battle tank. So there's a couple of other tiny little things that I want to sort out. There are one or two areas that need a little bit of filling. Here in the front of this, it'll just need a little, if you see it there. I'm just not happy with that gap there, so it needs a bit of cleaning up. Now, that might just be glue, I don't know yet. I just want to tidy it up and make that look better. Okay, there at the front. I've got another bit of sanding to do here to get that there a little bit better. A tiny bit of a step, and I don't want a bit of a step there, so I want to clean off that. That's really it. That's all. Everything else, I'm happy with everything else. So it's just to give that a bit of a sanding. See, does it need a bit of filling? If it does, then fill it. If not, leave it as it is. Give it its black undercoat, and then we'll go with the colours. So I'll do a little bit of tidying up on it. It's pointless showing you because it's not really going to make any difference really. And then I'll give it its black undercoat. We'll have a look at it when it's got its black undercoat on, because that will show up any imperfections or anything else that needed to be cleaned off and redone, maybe even, you know. So it kind of tells all that black undercoat does. Very handy for that. We'll have a look at it at that stage, and then we'll start with the colours then. So bear with me. Next time you see it, it'll be black. Well, NATO black, which is a kind of a greeny grey black. Okay, now there she is with the undercoat. NATO black undercoat on it. Didn't show up any imperfections. Yippee! I'm happy with that. That looks actually quite nice. Okay, there she is. Right, the back of her and the deck. It's all nicely done now. And with the turret, what I did with the turret is I get these things in the pound shop. The little shot glasses, they're plastic shot glasses. They work perfect for mixing paint and things. And with a bit of double-sided tape on the underside of it, stuck it to the turret. So now you've got a sort of a holding piece for the turret. Excuse me. Dead handy, and just a little hint when you are spraying something. If you get a turret, a movable piece like this, always sort of move it around and then kind of spray around it, because with it like that, and you just say spray it like that, there is a good chance that you'll miss certain sections unless you sort of move around what you have. But once it's moved around, it's grand. You get in there and you do all your bits and pieces. So there's the undercoat. Okay, there's the turret on top of it. The other side and all that. So there she is with the undercoat on, and again, bang, with the shooty thing. What else do you do with shooty things when you go bang? So the next step now is to give it the dark yellow, and for that I'm going to use this here. Okay, Desert Yellow XF59. Alright, that is in there. Desert Yellow XF59 from Tamiya, and that's the paint I'm going to give it an all-over coat with now. That'd be, say, the base coat for the actual camouflage. So once that's done, then we can start masking off for camouflage. I'm going to attempt to kind of mask off the camouflage because it's fairly flat. So it's when I come back here to these things that's going to be fun. But we give it a blast anyway. Okay, so start off anyway and we get it base coated. Okay, so XF59 from Tamiya, that's going to be the base coat for our camouflage. It's the lighter colour of the three colours. Next step then after that will be green, and then a little bit of brown. There's only a small bit of brown to be onto it. So I'm going to try, like I said, with masking. We'll see how that works with Tamiya tape. So next step, get it base coated with the Desert Yellow. Oh, boo yourself. So I'll get that done. We'll have a look at that and see what all that looks like. Okay. Now, if you can see what I'm doing here, basically what I'm doing is I'm making my own masks, yeah, with Tamiya tape, and it's actually working out. It's actually working out quite nicely. Well, it looks as if it's working out quite nicely when the paint goes on and the masks come off and all that. We'll see how good it is. I'm going to do one little piece now here. Just a tiny little piece, just to break up that area there, and I'll show you exactly how I'm doing it. Ah, knocked down my turret. Okay, get a bit of Tamiya tape. Alright, I'm putting it down. for what I want. Okay, there we go. Now I want to put a piece here, so I want it to kind of come up here, over, around there and down. So I basically want a kind of a bulbous shape. So cut out the bulbous shape. And there we go. There's my little mask. Right, like I said, I wanted it to go here, so just place it on. I'm using one of these things. Now, I picked these up inside in a local hobby shop. So I picked them up there some time ago. What they are, they're compressed paper. Okay, so all it is compressed paper, and it's very handy for burnishing these things down. Okay, gets down into all the little areas that you want it to get to. And Tamiya Tape is brilliant in the fact that it's got a certain kind of flex to it. It does have a bit of a flex to it. Okay. Now when you come to a little bit of it, an area like that where it's got a kind of little step to it, just make a little incision. And there we go. Now, as you can see, it didn't quite reach the end there. So, let's take another little piece of what we already cut off. And blend it in there. Right. So now I'm happy with that. Okay, I am happy with that. Got a nice pattern that I kind of like, and it's very, very similar. Not exact, but very, very similar to this. Okay. So now, before I actually go paint, I'm going to double check all the edges where the paint is actually going to go on. Not worried about the center pieces, whether they stick or not, it doesn't really matter. But what does matter is those edges. Okay. Well, when you're going over things, obviously it's not going to stick because it's raised and things like that, but it's going to be under the turret, so I'm not really worried about it too much under there. And I can kind of fix anything by hand with an old hairy stick in areas where I'm not really happy with it, if you get my drift. If paint gets under it or doesn't quite get in there right, I can use the old hairy stick for finishing off that. So I'm happy enough now with that. Just check the turret. Just notice the little piece here is kind of up. Right, there's my turret. Oh. Like I said, I know it's not new, okay? This is not new, but it's so simple. I'm amazed that I haven't actually seen anybody really doing it, whether it's sort of pure old school or whatever, I don't know. But personally, I've never seen anybody doing this. Making their own kind of masks and things for them. Why? I don't know. It's just I've never seen it being done. Well, I'm happy with all that. Right, colours. Now I was going to, like I said, paint it all green and then put in the little bit of brown afterwards. But because the brown is going to be lighter than the green, it mightn't show up grand. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go the brown now. I'll cover everything in brown. It's pointless just doing, say, like I'm going to have a little brown stripe kind of down along here. I'm going to have one over here. It's pointless just painting that little area. Okay, there we go. It's pointless just painting, say, you know, putting a wide spread of the brown just in there, and you know, come back afterwards then and, you know, mask off that or whatever. It's much easier to do the whole lot because you're going to see the transition of different colours underneath it. Okay, unlike World War II vehicles, modern vehicles use modern paint. They don't fade. Paints don't fade. Even some of the World War II stuff didn't really fade, but it did wear away. So you get kind of lighter patches and darker patches. But this is a modern vehicle. They're well kept. They're not. I mean, they're relatively new, so there's not going to be. You're not going to get one worn away too much. You're not going to get much damage on it, no much you know, wear and tear on it. Okay, because they are pretty new and they're kind of looking after them, so they're reasonably in good nick. Okay, so I'm going to go on now and I'm going to get the brown down. The brown I'm going to use is this. It's NATO Brown XF64. Okay, I'm going to cover that with the NATO Brown. We'll have a look at it then when the brown is on and the camouflage is done. Then I'm going to mask off, just same idea again, using these things, just mask off a bit of the brown where I want the brown, and then finish off then with the green. So next step, you'll see it will be in the NATO Brown. And here we go, I have it now. Brown. Okay, I'll have to give it the brown coat. Now, even though the brown is only going to be in small little areas, there's kind of a little strip here, strip there, and a couple of strips over there, same with the turret. If I just painted a small section of it, masked that off and then painted the green, you could see where the other two paints kind of over each other. It would kind of stick out, so therefore I had to paint all surfaces with the brown. Now it's time to mask off the brown, you know, put a mask over where I want to have the brown and then spray it with green. So I'm going to make up some more of these little quick masks. I want one for here, I want one there, I want one down the side there, a small little one down the side here, I want a small bit of brown over here, just a small little bit. The same then down here, bit then at the back. Okay, very very sparingly but visible at the same time. Same with the turret then, just one or two small places. So I'm going to get them masked, and then it's time to get the NATO green down and get that painted into it, and we'll see then if this whole idea of mine worked or not. Like I said, the more I think of it, people must have done this in the past. They must have done it, but I mean, like I said, I've never, just because I've never seen it, that doesn't mean it hasn't been done. Such a simple idea. I'd say lots of us have actually gone ahead and done it in the past. Whether it's an idea that there's better out there or whatever, I don't know. But we'll see. We'll see. We'll see how it works, as you. So I'm going to go off, make the little masks now for the other little parts, and we'll see how that works out. Okay. Okay, now there we have it, all green. Yep, all green. So my next step now is to start removing the masking and see how this all works out. So no time like the present, let's give it a start. Let it be pretty damn careful with it, so I don't want to scratch anything. There you can see the brown, see it? A little bit of touch-ups here and there, but you know, I did say that all those little touch-ups can be sorted out with the with a bit of a hairy stick. So, because it's going to be pretty hard to basically to see all that being done on camera, what I'm going to do is I'm going to continue on. I'm going to take it all off, then we'll have a look at it when it's all done. But so far so good. I'm quite happy with the way that turned out. Nice clean lines, which is what I wanted. I wanted clean lines. Unlike World War II stuff where you get away with the little bits of overspray and things, you won't really get away with it in modern armour. So I'm going to carry on. I'm going to get all the masking tape off it. I know I'm going to have little areas like this where I get bits of spray and, you know, not so neat, but I'm happy enough so far, so I'll carry on. I'll get that done. We'll have a look at it then when that's done. And now here we have it. I'm after removing all the masking tape, and to be quite honest with you, I am effing thrilled with that. I really fucking am. That has come out top notch. One or two tiny little places to kind of clean up. I'll show you them now. There's one area here. You can kind of just make it out there, just tiny little bit there. Where else do I see a bit here? There's sort of a bit of bleeding kind of here. I want to make that it's not really a masking tape, no. There's a bit of pink. Just tidy up in there a bit. Apart from that, everything is very, very nice. A little bit in here again, just to bring that tan coloured line, or the dark desert yellow colour up there to the brown, to kind of meet the brown without the green in between it. Sort of same up here. Another little spot there. And that's basically it, really. Apart from that, everything else came out sweet. So there she is. Okay, got some detail painting to get done now. I'll get that done this evening, and then we'll have a look at it when it's all painted up. Okay, so small bit of detail painting to get done, then we'll have a look at it then when the detail painting is done. That will be factory fresh, as I like to call it. But other than that, there she is. Very, very happy with how that turned out. That looks fabulous. Okay lads, so I'm going to get the bit of detail painting done now this evening, then we'll have a look at it. That'll be the end of this video. And the last video, then I'm just going to just do a small bit of weathering on it, just to kind of make the panels pop out a bit and things like that. A bit of dry brushing, small bit of pin wash, nothing extreme on this one. So far so good. We're getting there, and I'm liking it. Okay, and there she is now, after getting the little bit of detail painting done to it. Very, very little detail painting to do. Now I have left a couple of the little masks on. I've left them on the clear part here and here as well on the vision blocks. The reason for that is I've got weathering to get done and other stuff, and I don't want it to tarnish anything there, so I'm going to leave them on until the very, very end. But apart from that, all the other bits are done. The tips here, the smoke launchers, okay, they're all painted black. The other launchers here, they're painted black as well. I presume, I mean, they're both smoke launchers. I don't know what these are. If they're smoke launchers, what are these? And if these are smoke launchers, what are those? Anybody out there, they can let me know what the big ones are and what the small ones are. I've tried to find out, but there's very little information out there on the T-14. But all the detail painting is done on that now. Like I said, there's very little. It was just a little black and those little bits, few bits up in the turret, tow cables here at the back. That was basically it, really, for detail painting. Oh yes, the little shooty thing to get painted. But apart from that, everything else is grand. So I'm going to leave the video at that. I did my tidy ups as well on the camouflage. So I'm going to leave this video at that. And in the next one, the last installment, I'll be doing the weathering and the final reveal. So you get a good look at this here. Was I not watching what I was doing? Was I? There we go. Getting back onto what I was saying, because I must have moved it at some stage, because I'm looking at this rather than looking at the screen, so I do apologise. I just have to try to remember now what I was talking about. Before I looked up and the screen was sort of pointing over there somewhere. Just a little bit of touch-ups that I did there on those, and I touched up here on the camouflage as well, so that's about it for that. Like I said, in the next video we're going to get it weathered. Okay, so that means I'm going to glass coat it. I'm going to give it a bit of a pin wash just to make little things stick out a bit of dry brushing to make it look used but not abused, and we'll finish it off then, the last little bits of it. So that's it for this video. Don't forget to leave a like, thumbs up, stick your comments in the box below, tell me what you think of it. What do you think of it? I think it came out grand, but then again, that's just me and I'm biased. So let me know what you think in the comments below. Don't forget, this build is sponsored by TCG Raptor, an online hobby shop, and there's a discount code if you want to go find anything you do want on the site. Go on then, stick it into your basket, go to the checkout, and there'll be a box there in the checkout, and you can enter John M15, John M15, that's JOHNM15, and you'll get $15 off your purchase. So don't forget to check them out, keep an eye on them. They do have a small inventory at the moment, but they are adding to it the whole time, so check them out. It's well worth checking them out and seeing what they've got. So in the meantime, I'm going to get carried away with this bloody thing here. I'm going to get a gloss coated, and I'm going to start doing all the fiddly bits to make it kind of look real, make it look normal. So there she goes, lads, the ZVEZDA's T-14 Armata, built and painted. All I gotta do now is get it weathered, and that'll be in the next video. So I'll leave it at that, lads. Like I said, comments in the box below. Don't forget to give it the old thumbs up. So in the meantime, go out and buy yourself a kit, build it and enjoy it, and I'll see you on the next one. And don't forget to join myself and Abby on Monday for the bum. Until then, lads, stay safe, enjoy your modelling, be nice to one another.